Hi everybody, it's me again. Uh, where do I even start? I did this a few times and I kept stopping and deleting the video because I'm stumped. I get stumped. Anyways, like I said, I'm working on the same project that I've been talking about in previous videos, but I don't think I've ever really talked about it because I don't trust anybody to steal it. In fact, I I've even kept it out of like writing groups and writing communities online, just sending vague answers. But I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna put it out there. So here's the deal. The title of my project is called Breaking Free. Of course, you've seen that from my previous videos and shorts. And it's about a 11-year-old girl, well, 10 turning 11, growing up in a dysfunctional family and being yelled at, called names, shamed in almost every way by her own family, weight shamed, body shamed, and whenever she tries to speak up about it, it's assumed she's having an attitude problem. And I think in reality, everyone here knows what I'm talking about because that's usually what happens in certain families. If you try to speak up about what's bothering you or speak up against an injustice done by a parent or an adult, you're dismissed as having an attitude problem. Anyways, in this book, she finally has enough, and with the help of her dad and her grandfather and her best friend and her big sister, she makes a plan to try to escape it. She makes a plan to escape the dysfunctional family, even if that means cutting the toxic family out or letting them no longer speak to her, letting them no longer have anything to do with her. And this is a scary thing because this is really scary, even for me, because growing up personally, and I'm sure this is the same for other people, but growing up, speaking up against a family member or even defending yourself was dismissed as an attitude problem. And it usually kind of scares you into backing off or like eating your words. This has happened to me a bunch of times as a kid, as a teenager. And I think some people admit that this has happened to them as adults. A parent can yell at a child, insult them, criticize them, and it's called parenting. A kid calls the parent out on it and tries to stand up to them and stand up to themselves. It's called being childish, selfish, having an attitude problem, being a smart aleck, basically. And that's what I want to bring to the table. That That is not okay. I want to bring a child a voice. I'm giving my care. It's breaking dysfunctional cycles, abusive cycles. Because as much as we hate to admit it, and as much as we hate to say the word, that is abusive. And that's what I want to bring out in the story. And yes, I will be talking about it some more throughout the year. And I hope you come along with me, and we will not rest until we see it in print and it becomes a #1 bestseller. Thank you for listening to me, and I love you.